Okay, let's welcome Sir Dino Pinero, certified acupuncturist from Legazpi. Good evening, Sir Dino.
Good evening, Doc. Okay. So, again, dito po tayo sa tongue diagnosis made easy. So, part 2, tongue with depression at their root. So, we have a pale tongue with a depression on the root. With the help of the 8 principles and tongue diagnosis, acute and chronic patterns of disease can be analyzed quite accurately. Tongue diagnosis is used to gain insight into the energetic present condition of the individual. There are also tongue signs that inform us about the person's energetic past. So pwede rin malaman natin yung condition of the past. The signs include deep cracks, meron dents or hollows, or crevices in the tongue body, or a contracted tongue body. These and other changes to the tongue body, yung shape and color, plus other specific signs are most commonly caused by a deep energetic deficiencies. An example dito yung chronic deficiency of spleen and stomach chi or sa kidney yin. These deficiencies will over time lead to a depletion or insufficient nourishment of the essence. So mas nababawasan po yung ating essence. Essence is a very rarified and dense form of energy that is fluid in nature. It has the potential for building and nourishing the body. It supplies energetic material for physical and mental development in childhood and for the development and function of the reproductive system. So, ito yung function ng ating essence. Yung quality and strength of essence is of great importance in the production of marrow and in controlling the function of the brain, bone marrow, and spinal cord. Increased output of essence is required to offset the shock and trauma associated with accident. So, demand ng essence tumutulong pag tayo po ay nagkakaroon ng trauma. If one follows a regular lifestyle, the essence will decrease slowly and gradually decline in old age. So kung maganda po yung lifestyle na sinusundan natin, hindi kaagad maubos ang ating essence and mabagal po yung pag-decline hanggang sa tayo ay tumanda, accompanied by loss of acute hearing. So later on, pagtanda, nawawala po yung pakikinig, loose or falling ng teeth. Young or middle-aged individual may also show signs of weakening essence. The most common cause are chronic or inadequate nutrition, chronic overwork, chronic lack of sleep, too many pregnancies and birth, so maraming pregnancy, birth that follow too closely together. So sunod-sunod po yung panganganak, excessive loss of sperm, extremely profuse and frequent menstrual bleeding. So maraming pag-menstrual bleeding and serious chronic illness. Merong pagkakaroon ng frequent cold and flu, serious shocks, many operations. So sunod-sunod na pag-opera, constitutional weakness that is inherited illness or physical and mental disabilities. Yung diet that are inappropriate to the season, merong irregular eating habits, often in conjunction with overwork, insufficient rest after operation, infection, or other illnesses. So dito we have a female, 35 years old. Yung tongue description, meron siyang slightly pale, slightly swollen. So medyo malaki po yung tongue. May slight depression at the root. So dito po sa posterior part ng tongue, malalim po. Yung symptoms, meron siyang exhaustion, hirap makatulog or insomnia, merong heavy feeling in the legs, mabigat po yung pakiramdam, tendency to catch cold and coughing. Sa Western diagnosis, meron siyang mononucleosis, chronic fatigue syndrome following influenza. Ang background to disease, chronic overwork. So itong patient natin is chronic po yung pagiging overwork niya. And sa TCM diagnosis, we have the spleen and lung qi deficiency. Also, we have slight deficiency of essence. Nagbabawas na yung essence at 35 years old. So, doon lang po. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay, why is it that some people look older than their age? Okay, ganito ha. If you have a patient na bago lang na aksidente or who has been hospitalized for like, sabihin na natin, a month or two, or ang tagal na confined, expect the face to change. Tumatanda bigla. Okay? Kaya you should be very careful ngayon. Of course, we cannot avoid it sometimes. And also, if you have been listening, frequent colds and influenza, no? Yung paulit-ulit, tatanda ka niyan. So what is the thing that we should do here? We should prevent that from happening. And the only way we can do that is to strengthen your upright qi, your anti-pathogenic qi, so that yung wei qi mo, yung defensive qi mo. Okay? But there are times, especially pag nakatira ka sa Alaska or nag-ano ka sa Finland during winter, even if you have the best resistance in the world, you will definitely get the flu. So the thing here is, you always should protect yourself. You have to you have to cover this part. Ano ba tawag doon? It's called, I forgot, shawl ba? Shawl? Yeah. And I know one acupuncturist in Manila who does that. Kaya pala, kahit nag-lecture siya, he would wear this
Muffler.
Muffler. Muffler. Social talaga, pang Australia, yeah, muffler. Yeah. Yun. Because you have to protect this area. Okay? Yan. Thank you for that, Sir June. Do you have any comments, Sir June? Did you learn anything today? Okay. Of all
Doc,
of
ano lang po, observation ko lang as choir member. Kasi po, yung mga kabataan kasi namin ngayon, ang gagaling nila mag-memorize. Pero kaming mga nagkakaedad na, bakit parang napapansin namin, para yatang nahihirapan kami mag-memorize, tapos at the same time, parang sa tunuhan, parang nahihirapan din kami. So ito po ba also part of kidney deficiency or nag-weak na ang kidney natin?
Kung naalala mo, ang daming mention na causes ng weak. Actually, nagwi-weaken yung essence. Don't blame it na, ay baka hindi ako matalino. It's because probably yung lifestyle mo, 4 na oras na lang yung tulog mo. No? There are people who are so chronically overworked. Okay? We can't blame them because
Yes, po, Doc.
that's it. And there are so many people who want to do so many things at a time. And if they cannot achieve what they want, they feel frustrated. And that can also affect your liver. Alam mo naman yung liver natin. It's,
Yes, Doc.
you know, the liver blood, the liver yin and the kidney yin, they're like, they are mutually related. Parang ibig sabihin, like if the liver lacks yin, lacks nourishment, the kidney yin will come to the rescue. Eh saan ba kukuha ng ano yung kidney yin? Sa essence, di ba? So the pag mini-withdraw mo na yung iyong yung iyong ano to, yung iyong time deposit, hindi mo dapat ginagalaw, dahan-dahan niya siya nauubos. And again, the kidney will also have to rely on the liver. Ganun lang. Kasi the liver is supposed to store blood, right? So that's how mutually related they are. So they have this give and take relationship. Kaya if you see a patient who looks older than his age or her age, no, you should start asking questions. Okay. Another din is yung masyadong na-stress emotionally, no? So that can actually affect your essence, no? So tonight, before you go to bed, take a look at your tongue, check how depressed the what's this, the posterior part is, okay? And siguro I hope everybody learned something today. Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Going back to your question.
Doc, can I ask some question pa?
Sure. Oh, no, sandali lang. Was I able to answer your question? What do you think is the reason bakit humihina
Okay,
na
Doc. Okay, Doc.
memory mo?
Aging.
No,
Stress.
don't blame it on the age.
Fatigue.
It's like time management eh. No? Parang,
Lifestyle. Yeah, lifestyle.
okay, how many
Doc.
hours ba dapat tayo nag-work in a day? Yeah, sabi ni Dr. Ryan, lack of sleep. 8 to 10 hours, 8 hours. Ako ay,
Yes, po, Doc.
although magaling tayo mag-lecture, but sometimes you don't get to follow them. Divide 24 hours into 3. 8 hours dapat lang yung work. No? Pero look at some of us. Yung iba 16 hours nag-work. Oh, we don't even have time for relaxation anymore.
Yeah, so mainit, Doc. Too much mainit talaga.
Yeah. Ano yun? Parang ano, may kinakatay.
Ay, mga tuta po namin yun, Doc.
Sorry.
Umiyak lang. Doc, ano po, may ewan ko nabasa ko to, yung, di ba po sa talampakan natin, andun yung kidney 1, tama po ba? Opo. Ngayon, sabi nila, dapat daw, dahil andun ang kidney 1, di ba nga once tinusuka mo yung parang may point siya, di ba? So, dapat daw laging hindi nakatapak. Kasi once na yung part ng kidney 1 or nakatapak sa floor, papasukan daw po ito ng parang wind or cold. So, ang mangyayari, magkakaroon po ng stiffness sa neck and back.
That's
daw.
true. That's
Ano,
very
Doc?
true.
Totoo.
Totoo yun.
Talaga, Doc?
Kahit yung ano, pag natutulog ka.
Opo, Doc.
That's true. Hindi lang yung talampakan mo. Especially when you lie down. Pag nakahiga ka, tapos malapit ka sa floor, diba malamig ang floor, it will give you dampness. So you have to be a little bit higher. Yun. Because cold can easily get in, especially the kidney 1 area.
Okay. Okay, Doc. Nabasa ko.
Ito din sabi ni Dr. Ryan, wear socks when cold.
Yun lang
Ah,
po.
Try not to wear din yung mga, you have to wear socks when cold. Kasi pinoprotect natin yung area na yan eh. Especially kung mahaba na yung essence. And never wear
Yes,
socks
Doc.
that are wet.
Opo, Doc.
Dapat naka-sleepers kapag nasa tiles. Yes. Or lagyan mo ng
Yes,
rug
Doc.
yung tiles mo, yung carpet mo.
Kami guilty dyan.
Mm-mm. Okay, did you
Opo.
find the topics today
Kaya pa.
worth your
Maraming
time?
lumbar. Diyan.
Yeah, thank you din, Ma'am Michelle. Huwag tayo masyadong mabilis. Actually, tomorrow evening,
Thank you for the ideas.
hindi pa tapos si Sir Dino sa sa weakening essence, no? So basically, we can sum up what we have learned today sa tongue as you have to know why. Oo. Ano ba yung mga breed ng tuta mo? Masyadong parang ang dami-dami. Okay.
Ano po sila? Lagpas sila ng 20?
Kaya pala mayroon
Marami pong aso dito.
20?
Yes po. Opo, lagpas po sila. Iba't iba pong lahi. Yes po.
Dog lovers are nice people. Did you know that? Yung mga friends ko na dog lovers, kaya ako, pag they don't like dogs, ayan, I haven't observed. Okay, Dr. Ryan, please go ahead. Sure.
Hi, good evening po. Can you all hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Doc. Okay.
Yes po.
Okay. Yeah, ano lang, just one observation. When we get more comfortable sa tongue diagnosis, a very important thing is the lighting. You know, if you can examine the tongue, this is what I've noticed. If you can examine the tongue with yung light from the outside or sunlight, that is the best lighting I've observed. Kasi yung bagong flashlights natin are halogen or the new flashlights are halogen, and then yung lights are halogen. It tends to make your tongue pale. So kung yung dating yung flashlight na yung just regular bulb na may pagka-yellowish, I find it more accurate na makita mo yung color talaga ng tongue. Kasi kung if you examine it in a halogen light, parang dampness lahat makikita mo. So that's what I've noticed na pinaka-accurate way. So halimbawa if it's in the afternoon, you can just slide a window, or better still yung non-halogen na flashlight or even a light bulb na pwedeng gamitin kasi importante kasi to me what I've learned that ang color really would tell you the status really of the body kasi mahirap naman tingnan yung different variations of color when you're using halogen light. Yun lang po. I mean, I wanted to share that because it's a common
it's very important. It's a common
something that I have observed. Yeah.
Precisely.
Thank
And
you.
also, thank you very much for sharing, Doc. Ganito, yung ding mga rooms na hindi well lighted, the tongues will look darker than So you might be surprised, bakit purple na yung tongue itsura? Yun. So that's it. If you cannot go outside, you can bring the patient near the window. Yun. Or teach your patient how to get the picture of their tongue sa sa backyard or sa labas, no? Yun. So thank you for sharing. And also,
Doc Hector,
yes.
common yung ganong klase ng tongue ng description sa mga patient na sira yung mga sleep pattern nila sira. Like yung halimbawa nurse tsaka yung mga nagtatrabaho as call center agent na ilang taon na. So lagi ko po yung nakikita. So sila yung minsan may mga anxiety and depression, tapos di na sila nakakatulog kapag walang sleeping pills. So talagang humingi talaga sila ng tulong kasi kapag tinatanggal nila yung sleeping pills nila, parang naglalakad na sila na yung parang merong hallucination. Yun daw yung withdrawal sa sleeping pills. And sa tagal din nila na nagiinom ng sleeping pills, yung tulog pa din nila parang tulog manok. So madali din na natatanggal yung antok. So gising na naman sila. So usually nga mga 1 a.m. So may diferensya na ata yung pati yung liver nila actually. Meron ako nakikitang mga dampness talaga sa dalawang side. So common yun kapag may mga problema sa sleep pattern, yung ganong dila talaga.
Ma'am
Totoo.
Annalyn.
At saka ano, you
Opo.
should always look at ganito kasi yan eh. The shen becomes restless kasi nga may nag-o-obstruct sa blood flow, no? So what happens is if the heart is yin deficient or blood deficient or your liver yin is deficient, so walang residence ang shen. You cannot house the shen. So chances are your shen becomes restless. Yung tulog mo is so dream disturbed. And you always have these cravings, no? So when you have these cravings for good food or the food that you love, chances are you will develop dampness din. And so the vicious circle continues. Kaya napaka-challenging po ito, no? Yeah. So you were raising your hand, Ma'am Crisanta of Okada.
Sir, ay Doc, may tatanong lang
Hindi
po
pala si
ako.
Crisanta pala to, sorry. Opo.
Doc, may tatanong lang po ako. Kahapon po kasi may pasyente ko, talaga daw po almost 3 days na po siyang hindi nagbabawel. Ang ginamit ko po sa kanya, Ren 9, Ren 6, saka po Stomach 25. Pero sinabayan ko po ng reflex sa paa.
Okay.
Napo po naman po siya bago siya. Pero pwede po ba yun habang yung needle nakatusok? Pwede pong galawin yung paa?
Habang
Kasi
nakatutok
pinindot-pindot.
yung-
Habang nakalagay po yung needle, nag-reflex pa rin po ako sa paa.
Okay lang po, okay lang
Okay
po.
lang. Okay, sige po. Yun lang po tama kung habang mayroong nakalagay na needle, pwedeng i-reflex yung paa.
Yeah, actually napakaganda pag combine mo yung reflexology.
Ay, thank you po.
Yeah, congratulations, Ma'am Crisanta. I'm sure, inspired ka ngayon. Okay.
Ay, salamat.
Yeah, thank you po. And also, Dr. Ryan, you were raising your hand.
Oh, I just wanted to make an additional comment kay yung na find out ni Ma'am Annalyn. Kasi meron talaga, there are actually studies that were done to nurses that work the night shift. So when they work night shift kasi yung rotation is like 11 to 7 or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yung studies have shown because yung normal body pattern talaga recognizes na day shift is for work, night shift is for sleeping. So they tend to live shorter lives because of yung impact sa and I could see it now na impact sa talagang yin deficiency sa essence kidney is the one that's being affected, and kidney supports just about every organ that we have. So kung talagang we may not realize this now when we're younger, of course, we tend to be more energetic, but when you reach 40 and above, that is when yung mga chronic diseases sets in because of the lack of rest and sleep. So sleep is very important. 8 hours talaga if you can make it. So if there's one thing I would change in my life, looking back, is I would start sleeping early. But then it's yun lang. It's an observation because it's not only it's based on facts. Pagkatapos makikita din natin now that we're learning TCM.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing, Dr. Ryan. For the information of everyone, Dr. Ryan has a PhD in nursing practice, stayed in the States for more than 30 years in Texas, no? And he was at the top of his profession. So parang, I don't know if you're talking from experience. So now you could see. In fact, I had a friend who just passed away like 5 years ago. She never thought that she would have kidney failure. So I think she died at 52, 54. So yun, nurse din siya. Okay, so siguro if we can develop a program to incorporate this siguro sa mga nurses, no? As long as it's a good program, then probably we can save. Kasi importante talaga mga nurses, no? I know that nurses work really hard. I know someone who would only sleep like 4 hours a day. Kasi nga, grabe. So the income is good, but you know, when you're not young anymore, that's where you get to feel parang payback time na, no? So thank you very much for that, Dr. Ryan. Ang dami na nag-raise ng hand. Okay, sino ba nauna? Okay, let's talk to Sir June ulit. May itatanong.
May ask lang po ako. Di ba po, tulad nito, di ba, there's a lot of points in the ear po, di ba? So, ano pong masasabi nyo sa mga taong mahilig mag-piercing sa tenga?
Okay. There is such thing kasi.
Yan.
Okay. Siguro kung ipipierce niya yun, ang alam ko kasi sa piercing, you do it like forever eh. Kaya naka-pierce. So there is such thing as too much. Hindi mo kasi dapat ino-overstimulate din yung mga yon. Siguro yung mga taong nagpi-piercing sa tenga, pati sa ilong, you have to probably teach them, you know, how yung therapeutic way of doing it. I know, I saw one website in the States na they also offer piercing, but at the same time, they put it in those areas. Pero talagang, I'm not so sure if they take it out after a while. Oh, so yun. At saka auriculotherapy is an art. You need to understand, hindi lang, this is not just about getting rid of the pain, getting rid of the issues, but you have to always do tongue diagnosis to know the etiology, yung reason, yung root cause ng problem. Okay? So yun lang po. Wala akong masabi sa mga nagpi-piercing, but siguro baga gusto mong gumawa ng paper on that, no? Kasi I'm not into piercing. So I think it's more of like, wag na nating i-overdo. Okay?
Sabi nakakabawas na po ng buhay.
Kakabawas ng buhay. Ewan ko lang.
May
Okay.
tinamaan ng mga point.
So,
Di
si
naman nila
Ma'am Crisanta is asking again. Are you raising your hand, Ma'am Crisanta? Okay, wala na. Okay. Dr. Ryan, do you want?
Hindi, okay na po ako, sir.
Okay na. Oh, sige, go. Thank you. So, Sir Dino, would you like to add anything? Sir Dino is very good at diagnostics.
Okay na po daw.
Okay. So sana nag-enjoy po lahat. I really appreciate your studying with us. So I'd like to believe this is a group that is really a group that really wants to make a difference, no? So sa tingin ko naman this is going to pay off in the future, and this is what will make us really appreciate what we're doing more, no? So any other questions before we go? Okay, i-continue po ni Sir Dino tomorrow yung kanyang weekend kidney essence lecture, and I hope you will still come back. So if there are no more questions, we would like to thank everyone for joining. See you tomorrow. Okay na po. Good evening, everyone. Sir Mahin, walang question? Digestive diamond stimulation. Okay. Naintriga ako sa diamond. I hope it was in a good way. Anyway, thank you for that, Sir Leo. And I know you're a very conscientious, but baka gusto mo magtanong, Sir Leo. Oo. At saka magaling din po si Sir Dino sa pulse, no? Hindi ko na alam kung paano natin i-combine yung pulse sa tongue. Siguro in the future, no? Thank you very much, Ma'am Lotis, for the good comment. So,
Doktor, ako po okay lang po.
Oh, sure. Are you going to ask, Sir Leo?
Hindi po sir, okay lang po.
Okay.
Medyo naintindihan ko po siya sir.
Yeah, very good.
So, apo, nakasunod po ako kay Sir Dino.
Thank you. Thank you po. Okay, so punta na tayo. Let's call this a night and see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. Kulang tulo.
Thank you, Doc.
Maraming salamat din po.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, Doc.
Get lots of sleep. Sana. Thank you po.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doc.
Sir Dino, for the presentation. Tomorrow again. Thank you po. Good night, everyone.
Good night.